Hey, welcome back to Zombie Tactics. It's been a while, a few months as a matter of fact, and today I'm doing a product review on a product that I never thought in my life I would be doing a review of. It's called Indestructabelt, and I'm wearing it right now, and I'll kind of get into some product details in a little bit, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about how this went down. The manufacturer contacted me. If you've got a YouTube channel and you've got more than a few thousand subscribers, manufacturers will contact you all the time if you do product reviews and say, hey, will you do a product review? And I give them my standard disclaimer. I don't do paid-to-play reviews. If they want the product back when I'm through with it, that's fine. If I don't like the product, I'm not even going to do a review on it. If I like the product at all, or I think there's something unique or different about it, I'll post a review. It'll be completely honest and straightforward, and that's just the way that we do this stuff. So this is Indestructabelt, and I'm gonna cut to the tabletop because I want to show you a couple things about this product and why it's unique and why it might actually be the last belt you ever need to buy. I don't know about you, but I can think of a lot of products where just the whole way the product is packaged right off the bat says something about what that company thinks of the product and the attention to detail that they put into it. And I hate to use the term Apple-like, but I was very impressed that they put so much thought into the actual packaging of this product. Look at that. They got a nice logo. It's not just some schlock cardboard box. It's well put together. It's packaged internally, so that it's packaged like it's a quality product. And there you go. There's the Indestructabelt. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the product features here and why I think this is unique. I never thought I would be a guy doing a review of a belt, of all those crazy things in the world to be doing a review of. But the national sales manager got a hold of me. He said, here, check it out. I think we've got a really interesting product here, and I think your viewers would find it interesting too, particularly some of the gun guys, and maybe I'll get to that in a bit. If you read their product brochure, they will tell you that this is made out of a polymer material. And when you hear polymer, what do you immediately think of? You think, it's plastic. It's just cheap plastic. But it's not. It's actually a textured polymer material. I don't know what kind of polymer it is, but it's got a really nice feel to it. They say it's leather-like. Yeah, I'm not so sure it feels exactly like leather, but it is in that range. It's got kind of the give of a pretty decently well-tooled, stiff, thick leather about it. And it does have a texture. It's not just a shiny, glow-in-the-dark shiny molded vinyl plastic. And it really does look kind of like leather, and it does feel like it. It's not just a plastic belt, though. It is a outer polymer shell that is molded over an integrated nylon webbing. And this thing is tough as heck. Right off the bat, when I found out, oh, it's a shell molded over webbing, I figured I got to do this to it. I just got to rip it around a lot and see if I can get this, if I can get it to reveal some kind of a plastic weld or something like that will fall apart. And I've just been getting ridiculously mean with this, and I can't get it to do that. And what's more than that, the belt seems to hold its shape after you do all that kind of stuff to it. So pretty impressive. It looks nice. It doesn't come off looking like a plastic belt. Like I said, it does have, I won't say the texture is exactly like leather, but the look of it does come off as kind of a textured leather of some kind. And it is tough. This is why they're calling it Indestructabelt. But it is just a tough thing. Now, we've got solid steel here. I don't know if this is stainless or not, but I haven't picked up any kind of corrosion or anything like that happening for the brief time that I've had it. But definitely tough and solid. This is not a hollow metal of some kind. Not the kind of cheap thing that you'd find in a belt that you get at, like, someplace like Walmart or Kmart or something like that in the cheap belt section. Lots of things that show right off the bat that this is quality. You can't bend this. This little piece here, I don't even know what this is called. The thing that goes in the little hole, that you can't bend it. I've had this in a vice grip trying to bend it, and I can't bend it. Solid steel. I don't know what this little part here is called, but if I can zoom in on this, you'll notice that the seam for where this little rolled metal piece is that allows the belt to go through easily, that allows it to roll. Look at how nicely machined that is, and how that is, the fit and finish on that is an end-to-end straight line. There are no signs of gaps. It's not like it's, you know, hanging out on one end and hanging out differently on the other end. Somebody put some thought into the manufacturing and the design of that. And it's one of the things that really just shines through in this product and how well they've put it together and how well they've thought it through. The fittings here, these are solid machine class or machine quality screws. This is the kind of stuff that when I'm putting together stuff in an IT environment and you're putting something in a telco rack and you're looking for the high quality metal screws, this is the kind of thing that you get here. And it just speaks loads for the quality of the product that they've put so much thought into it in the packaging and the design. Some other things about it, it is purported to be resistant to oil, dirt, chemicals, harsh conditions. I can't say I work in harsh conditions. I'm an IT guy, but I'll tell you what, I have been a little bit mean to this, and it doesn't scratch easily. It's not falling apart. If you see a lot of belts, like a couple weeks after you own them, you will notice that the holes on the belt are already starting to show some signs of strain. I don't know how this is going to come off on the camera or not, but these holes are as perfectly formed as the day that this came out of the box. So right off the bat, there's no signs of wear. Well, these are the two holes here that I would actually use most of the time because I cinched this thing up pretty tight. And they don't look any differently than the rest of them. So there's no signs of wear like you would get on a typical leather belt. It's resistant to salt water and sweat. It's not subject to stress cracking like a lot of leather would, or for that matter plastic. Like I said, I can't find any evidence of a metal seam, or a plastic weld or anything like that. It's just well done. I've gotten this thing dirty, and I'll tell you what, when you get a leather belt dirty, like if you get some mud on it, you're going to be the next couple of days trying to get that cleaned off, and you're always worried because, like, well, it's leather. If I get it wet, I'm messing it up. It's just like a giant hassle. This thing, you can pretty much just hose it off or wipe it off, maybe use a little bit of soap, and you're done. There's no sign in the several weeks, it's actually been closer to a couple months that I've been wearing this every day, that this belt is in any way losing its form, losing its shape, sagging, doing any of that kind of stuff, stretching that you would expect out of a typical leather belt. It just stays together, and it practically looks as good as the day that it first came out of the box. Again, solid steel. These holes, I've noticed, are more closely spaced than they would be on a leather belt. And I think that's because they can do that because it's made out of a polymer. If you put the holes that close together on a metal belt, you'd probably have some problems with it not maintaining integrity. It wouldn't be very strong. But because of this polymer over a inner web belt that they've got going on here, they could put these holes together closely so you can really get this right to the size you want it around your waist and not have all kinds of problems with it. I'm showing one style here. There's a whole lot of styles on the website. You can go ahead and take a look at those. And I want to make a couple of other comments about how the product fits and wear it and show you how that works and a couple things about how this works. Okay, brief disclaimer, family-friendly programming here, but you really can't show a belt without showing a somewhat of a close-up on a waistline, putting the belt on off, and there's something I really want to show you about the belt that I think that is a big deal. Well, it's a big deal to me anyway, so I'm going to have to zoom in on my waistline. Thank God I've lost a little bit of weight lately. So let's go to that. Here's the Indestructabelt, and I'm putting it on, and you know, this is, I've got jeans, so it's the right width for that. I think this is the 1.5 inch length. And I have to cinch this all the way down because I've lost a lot of weight yet. And I actually have a smaller waist than when I first started reviewing the belt. So keep that in mind. So I've got this cinched all the way to the last hole. And of course, it's a belt. How does it go on? Well, let me just show you one thing that just really cracked me up about this and I thought was great. Most belts, when you have this little part here hanging out, if it's a leather belt, if it's a web belt, this thing is hanging out here like this all the time. Blech. And it doesn't look good at all. This thing, you put it on and it likes to hold its shape. So this little thing, it circles around. You can see that it circles around just perfectly. And I really love that about this product, that you can adjust this to any size and it's like it's going to form fit to you instead of being something hanging out there, you know, looking all crazy. So it really helps to have a very clean look on your waist. for a product like this. And, you know, they've got various styles. This is one that's more of a thick 1.5 inch or a wide 1.5 inch, belt here. You can get smaller ones that are more suitable for dress belts. This size is the size that I requested, though, because I said I want to check out how well this would hold up as a gun belt. And you know what? It really does hold up as a gun belt. Let me just get my face back on camera here for a second. And the reason that it does, if I take the belt off here and show you, is because this thing holds its shape so well. The stiffness of this belt is a good mounting platform for a holster. So go into the waistline again. If I put inside the waistband holster on, like this one that I would use from, who is this, Stealth Gear, great holster for the shield that I've got. This will hold the gun in place extremely well because the stiffness of the belt does not allow it to jump around on your waist a lot or flop a lot. And I'll go ahead and I'll stop the camera and I'll put on an outside the waistband holster and show you how well that works as well. So here you go with a full-sized pistol in a outside the waistband duty style belt. And you'll notice something. The gun is sticking close to my body, even on a holster like this that tends to kind of stick it away from your body a little bit. It's not flopping out here like this, like you'll get with a lot of belts, or flopping all around on your waist. It's solid, and the gun is going to be right there where you want it every time that you go for it. So no problems with this holster at all on this belt. And I don't even think this is the one that they sell as a duty belt holster or something like that. They've got a number of different models, and you'll want to check those all out before choosing the one that's right for you. But I did want to make a point that the stiffness of the belt is such that this is practically perfect as a dress style belt that also works very well as a mounting platform for either a holster or some other things like that you might have like that. So if you're some kind of a private security professional or an undercover cop or something like that, the Indestructabelt might be just the perfect belt for you to give you that combination of a solid platform for your gear, but at the same time maintaining much more of a dress type of appearance. An important feature if you ask me. So there you have it, the Indestructabelt. Not a product that I ever thought I'd be reviewing, but one I'm glad I had an opportunity to review because this is my belt now. I don't see a reason to buy anything else. For the price you're paying, and you'll check it out on their website, they've got various different styles with different prices and stuff like that. It's a great product. I can't see how this is ever going to wear out for the rest of my life, as well made as it is. Check it out on the website. Like I said, lots of different styles. You'll see the website linked either here on the video or in the comment section below, as well as a very nice discount code. If you use it, you'll get a discount on buying an Indestructabelt. I think it's got the old Zombie Tactics stamp of approval, definitely. For something that I never thought I'd be reviewing, this is actually pretty exciting, and I'm really glad I have an opportunity to present that to you. Get one of these. You will not be sorry. You will, whatever other belts you've got, this will become one of your favorite belts. This is Zombie Tactics for today. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.